What's going on, guys? It's your captain speaking. Got some 3v3 NBA2k17 heart gameplay for y'all. Running in the background. Running with Garbage Man. I met him a couple weeks ago. And we've been running off and on ever since then. And then Little Monkey, he's a random. We actually ended up going on an 18-game win streak, which is crazy for me. I don't normally streak like that with randoms. But yeah, we're going to be talking about, as you can see in the title, talking about the best archetype in this game, or that discussion. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. As many of you probably already know, you got like tons of YouTube videos out here saying, oh, this one's the best, that one's the best. And I'm here to tell y'all that most of those videos are trash. Like, people just don't know what they're talking about. Now, I know what y'all expected me to say. You expected me to say, oh, post score is the best, because I'll be running my post score. But no, I'm not going to tell y'all that, because it's not. In fact, there is no quote-unquote best archetype in the game. There isn't. Like, a lot of people want to say, right now the consensus is point forward probably. A lot of people say that's the best, that's overpowered, blah blah blah. And then they might say sharp or stretch, and then glass cleaner. Those are probably the top 3 most popular builds in the game. But that doesn't mean they're the best builds. Oh, hit them with that spin. But yeah, like, that's not, just because something's popular doesn't mean it's the best. And I'm going to tell you what's the best build, like what determines what is the best build. It's 3 things. What your playstyle is, what your teammates' playstyles are, and to a lesser extent, who you're playing against. That's what's going to determine what the best build for you is. Like, all these like videos telling you, oh, this archetype's the best, this one's the best, it's nonsense, man. Case in point, if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know I like to run with my post score. If you just watch my videos, you might say, oh, post score is the best. In fact, if you've seen me play in the park, I've had people who see me play in the park and tell me post scores are OP, they're overpowered. But the general consensus among the community is that post scores are probably trash. Like, most people don't think they're one of the top archetypes. In fact, I'll go far as to say most people won't even put them in the. Oh, look at this! Look at this! I just want to real quick pay attention to this. Look at this steals. Look, they try to steal so hard. They're spamming the hell out of X. Look at that. You can beat steal spammers as a post score. I might make a video about that soon. But you know, a lot of people catching on that if you just spam steal, you can stop the post score. Not always. There's certain things you can do to get away with it. But anyway, back to my point. Yeah, a lot of people say post scores are trash. If you watch my videos or see me play in the park, you'd have a different opinion. And the reality is, that's because I know how to play as a post score. You know, I've been playing in the post since 2k16. You know, so I know which moves to do when and all that stuff. But not everybody knows that. In fact, most people don't run with post scores. But my point is, there is no best archetype. There are certain archetypes that are better for certain situations. You know, one of the reasons why I think people like those 3 archetypes I mentioned before, the shooter, you know, your playmaker, or point forward, or glass cleaner, is because they're easy to use with a variety of different archetypes. And if you have a shooter, sharpshooter or stretch, you can put a sharpshooter on any team and you can be useful, because everyone needs spacing. That's important regardless. Similar thing with a playmaker. You put a good playmaker, not just somebody who's just trying to break ankles 3 times in possession, but somebody who's really trying to create, they can be very useful on the team. Very useful. And glass cleaner for big men, again, it's a really good support center, and it's easy to use, so you have to do set screens and rebound. So that's why people like those archetypes, because they complement a variety of combinations. You know, post scorers, they can be dominant, but you have to be playing with the right people and the right archetypes. Like for example, I got some of my friends list who I used to play with on 2k16. He has a slasher, and I haven't really played with him that much at all on 17 because his primary player is a slasher, mine's a pro scorer. So we just don't mix. Like, we can beat scrubs, but against good competition, we're too easy to defend. You know, all you do is basically stop the paint game. And that's what I'm getting at. Point forward might be the best build for randoms. If you want to say that, I'll agree with you. You know, like those three builds, sharpshooter, glass cleaner, point forward, they're good for randoms, but doesn't mean they're good. They're the best builds, period. Now look at this. Just real quick. This is the last time I'm stopping the discussion, but they stopped me in my animation to make me fumble the ball. I need to fix that steal, man. That steal spam is crazy. But anyway, that's my point, man, of this video. You can have any archetype and do well and dominate. Not just do well, but dominate. So don't listen to anybody telling you, hey, these are the best builds, this is the best archetype, you have to make him 7'3", you have to make him whatever. My post scorer isn't 7'3", he's 7 foot even. I average over 1 offensive rebound a game, 3 rebounds a game. I'll be getting boards over post scores or over glass cleaners. Now if I had a glass cleaner, I feel like I'd be averaging even more rebounds a game in the park. It just depends on your play style and how you like to play. You know, don't listen to so-and-so who says you have to make a 6'8" point forward or 6'9", or otherwise your build is trash. That's nonsense. Pick whatever you want based on what your play style is and what you think you're going to do well with, and you're going to be fine. That's all I got to say on that, man. Hopefully, you know, y'all listen and just do what you gotta do. This is Westbrook commercial for Mountain Dew, and he's like, they say this, they say that. Don't do they, do you. It's the same thing with all these archetypes. Like, just do you. Don't worry about what everybody else is saying, because now everybody has your play style. Look at that. How are you stopping that? Tell me how you stop that. Green light from the free throw line, and post scores are trash. That's what a lot of people say. And remember, these are guys that are trying to spam X. So, as you can see, you know, my teammates are struggling in this game. They usually make more shots than they have this game, but this game they're struggling. One of the reasons why I like a post score is because you can take over the game if you need to. There we get lucky right there. You missed that dunk. And my teammates are struggling. They can't really score, so I'm able to help out. So just keep that in mind, guys. Like, that's the most important thing, is that you have to determine for yourself what build you like. You can see someone else's build. Like, if you see my build and you like how I play, you know, yeah, you can emulate that. But don't listen to somebody who's just going to tell you all other builds are trash, because it's not. The Archetype system is messed up in this game, don't get me wrong. But one good thing 2K did about the system is that they made it so that any archetype can dominate if it's in the right hands and you have the right situation. There's certain archetypes that are better for randoms, like Glass Cleaner, for example. That's a really good center for randoms. Same with Stretch Big and Paint Protector. But that doesn't mean they're the best centers. You can be a dominant athletic finisher, and obviously you can be a dominant post scorer if you have the right teammates around you. That's it for me, guys. As you see, this game's coming to an end. They gave it to me to close out because, you know, I had most of the points and the other guys were struggling scoring. So here I just hit them with a nice little... Well, they fouled me actually. But after that foul, I hit them with a nice little fade to end the game. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Really hope you enjoyed. And tell me what you think in the comment section. What do you think about this archetype discussion? Do you think there is a best build, or do you agree with me and you think, hey, it just depends on the user and your teammates? That's it for me. I'm gonna get you guys on the next one. Later.